Dun, 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 dun.
I'm assuming this trailer is going to be more going into the technical stuff with this new game. But Deathloop, I have covered pretty much every trailer that's come out for this game. I've been very excited for it. It looks like a very good story. Granted, I'm not a big profanity person, and some of the violence in here was a bit bloody, and in some capacities, a bit excessive. I know you're like, okay, you're an adult, grow up. But it's like, I'm watching the trailers, I'm like, there's a lot of neck snapping in this game, like a lot of neck snapping. But, I mean, again, there was a lot of swearing too. And I know, based on the trailers, I had to clean up a lot, and it's taken me a lot of time to have to edit those down. But I have enjoyed the general story of this time loop idea, right, of someone being stuck until they, I guess, go after 8 assassins, with one really, trying to get at you any way she can. Essentially, you can't be freed from the time loop that they've created. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can redo. I don't know exactly how the game's going to work yet. And of course, they've got allies, so there's many more people to fight than just 8, right? But like they're underlings, I guess. But I mean, does the game finish when you go after all 8? Or you find the 3, and then can you start over? I mean, how new will it be? I don't know. Again, we'll find out with the game. But the concept to it is very interesting. But we're going to learn a bit, and some of the DLC too I've looked at as well. It looks kind of cool from a design perspective. But we're going to take a look today at the PS5 Next Gen Immersion trailer. I'm pretty sure this game is coming out for PS4 as well. I think it might be. I don't know, but it is coming out for the PS5. I've said pretty much I need to buy a PS5, even though there's like none in stock right now, and they're so expensive from the options that I found. Like, wasn't it like standard retail price like $500 at first? At least is what you're thinking. Then I go on eBay, and, well, granted, eBay, I don't want to buy from eBay. I mean, it's convenient. eBay has some great stuff, but I'm not paying $1,000 for a PlayStation 5. Not when I have to buy a new Xbox Series X too, and I can't find that one either. And even though with eBay, you're like, well, is this used? Is it from a smoke-free, pet-free home? Those are all questions you have to ask yourself, right? And then you buy it and you're like, well, if I'm getting a sinus attack every 9 days, I guess it wasn't really dog-free. Anyway, or maybe cat-free too, for that matter. But if you have any suggestions on where to find any of the new consoles, please let me know down below. I don't know why they're not in stock, and I really wish I did, because I can't find them anywhere. But anyway, for a cheaper standard price. But let's take a look at this new next-gen Immersion trailer. Like I said, I assume this is going to go more so into the technical data behind some of what we'll be seeing with the game on the PS5, which I know it's only a PlayStation release. It's a PlayStation exclusive. But what will this look like on the game? Let's take a look. I really like Deathloop so far, and this is really the first game I've looked at so extensively from Bethesda Softworks, and I've heard a lot about them for a long time. So let's take a look at this new game. We're going to watch this new trailer for it. We're going to watch the next-gen Immersion trailer for Deathloop, and then we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment, plus put the video together. The fact they note Immersion in there for the next generation, yeah, I mean, the next generation games look really good from a technical standpoint. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I would agree. So far, this game, it looks incredible. And I know Bethesda has this high quality registered to their name. Okay, so the bottom trigger. Oh, so like on both? Oh, that's gonna be great. I love that. Gun jam trigger block. So you have to keep hitting the. Okay, that's interesting. Vibration. There's a controller speaker. That's new. That's interesting. Is that something that's been on PlayStation before? Or is that a PlayStation 5 exclusive? Because again, like I said, I've only owned an Xbox at this point. I wanted to buy a PlayStation. I just haven't yet. But their controllers are much more interactive, I would say. You know, well, okay. Not entirely. Like what do they call it? Adaptive triggers. That's on the Xbox One too. I mean, like Battlefront, for example, that's the right trigger key. They did have the left for a while, but then they switched it. I'm thinking mainly with the ARC Trooper. If you're a Battlefront player, you know this. But with the ARC Troopers, they used to have it so it was the dual wheel pistol. Now it's like you have to hold the left trigger and then it releases like a long blast. It's really just the right one now that you shoot, but it used to be both. And it's like, this is actually kind of cool, like the dual wheeled idea, and they have to mimic with the your controller. So they've got that. That feels the same to me. I like seeing the fact that it's not possibly going to be rebranded, like with Battlefront 2. They later reworked that, I guess, so that it wasn't like that anymore, and it was just, again, it was weird. Like, why didn't you go with that? Because that's actually a nice feature. But with this one in particular, this seems consistent because they're advertising at least for the base game. So it sounds pretty cool. Gun jam trigger block. That's new. We have to keep pressing the button. I mean, that might get a bit irritating, like the gun's jamming on me. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But it might be a bit repetitive. Maybe after like 3 or 4 clicks, you're like, okay, come on, like unjam yourself. But again, I think it will add probably to the gameplay. And then they've got, what was the other feature? Oh yeah, the haptic feedback. That's in the Xbox controller too, so the vibration thing is very familiar to me. It's really, well, I mean, like, the vibration thing is fun, because it's like, yeah, that makes you, it does feel a bit immersive. But if you're like in a quiet room of other people, and you're trying to not make too much noise, the vibrations kick it rather loud. Maybe it's quieter on the PS5 controller, but they're pretty loud on the Xbox One one. So, anyway, we have a controller. Well, they were loud on the 360 too. But the controller speaker, is this native to like PlayStation controllers? Because Xbox doesn't have that. I didn't know that PlayStation controllers have a speaker on them. But yeah, that could be actually quite interesting. I mean, can you soften the volume of the controller? That'd be an interesting question. Like, if you turn the volume down on the TV, and you're playing the game maybe a bit quieter, well, you're like, maybe she's playing it like full blast. Okay, fine. But maybe some people are like, well, maybe I like to turn down the volume. Can you turn down the controller? I don't know. Like, do they match one another, or is it separate? So, like, if you've got a really quiet TV and you've got a really loud controller, I don't know. But sure. But hey, I didn't realize that the PlayStation controllers are so interactive. Makes me want to get one. I just wish I knew where to get one for the standard price, because I can't find any. Like, all the retail stores I consult pretty much have none in stock. I mean, like, Walmart doesn't have any. And I go online, it's like, we're sold out. Where I'm like, you've been sold out for months. When you get a new one? I don't know. It's confusing. But if anybody has any clarifying details as to why the consoles are not available, or where I can get one, please send stuff my way. But what are you guys' thoughts with Deathloop? And like I said, are some of these features very familiar to you with PlayStation releases in the past, or just the PlayStation structure? Or is this something new with the PlayStation 5? Let me know down below what you guys think. Don't forget about stuff like subscribe, the sharing, that bell. And if there are any more trailers for Deathloop, I will cover them on this channel. But, or maybe it'll be for a different game. Who knows? Whatever that happens to be, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourself, fellow man. God bless. And peace.